G'day folks, Jaden Drat here. Here we are at Mystery Creek with our harvest showcase. Now as you'll know, with harvesting it starts with the mowers. And first up we've got the SaMASZ set of triple mower conditioners with groupers. Up front here we've got the KDF 301S. So that's the KD is the series, F stands for front, 301 is 3 metre cut, series 1, and the S is conditioner, which is Polish for conditioner, but it just means conditioner, it's all good. All SaMASZ mowers have got the perfect cutter bar. Now that's in all of them, and there are 3 layers of protection. So you've got your outer skid, your main skid, and then you've got your bar. Now we've also got a couple of spare parts here which haven't fallen off the mower, and this is something that I prepared earlier, which is a beautiful thing. We've got a module here which comes out of the bed. It goes this way, right? So you pull it straight out of the bed. You've got a keyway here, so if you hit something, the keyway breaks, $5 part. You can pull this out, and as long as all of the discs are 90 degrees to each other, put this module straight back in, and you don't need to do any timing of the bed, which is fantastic. So that's a great little feature. This here is also our quick change knife holder, easy to do in the paddock if you hit any obstacles or whatever. One little thing about the knives is they've actually got a hook on the back of the quick change holder as well, so they actually have to go in and then down, and that was actually something that was adjusted from New Zealand conditions, so that's pretty cool that a big company like SaMASZ listens to those little key features that we like here in New Zealand and makes those changes. Round front we've got our main U-shaped bar. That allows excellent visibility from the cab. In terms of hitching, we've got the A-frame and our single hose. Now that controls the lift lower, however the ground contouring is spring on the front, it's hydraulic on the rear. In terms of PDO shafts, they've gone to the new style Waltershire shaft, which have the ribs and they are attached at the back, and they don't actually spin. They spin on the shaft, but because of the ribs, the actual covers don't spin, so that's a really nice little new innovation from the PDO department. As you can see, the real party piece on this machine is these rear mowers. This is the KDD941 set of rear grouper mowers. Grouper belts at the back obviously distinguish this from normal rear mower conditioners, and this time of the year is fantastic for these types of mowers. Straight in with the triples, merge it up, baler or chopper straight behind, no man and tractor and swather needed. It's all just one man and machine, and rolls in and does the whole job, which is fantastic. As you can see, these are extremely well built. This is their second season, these sets of mowers, and honestly we can't fault the paint job or the build quality. As you can see, this long ram here, this is your main transport ram, and this ram here does your headland, so it lifts to here. And also another cool feature about these mowers is they've got hydraulic breakaway, which pushes this ram out, and that oil comes up through this valve and also pushes this ram in. So when you hit an obstacle, it actually kicks back and up. So it's, you know, if you, the aforementioned water trough is something that it will kick up and out of the road. So that is another really good feature. Just in terms of how the grouper belts actually work themselves, we've got a gigacut in-cab monitor. There is also available from next season an isobus version, so that's again going to be another popular thing with contractors, but it's completely self-contained. So under the stainless steel shroud here we've got a 20-litre tank, we've also got a fan, so it's completely independent of the tractor. So not only do you have the tractor running the mowers, you don't then have that extra hydraulic capacity which then adds extra heat into the transmission. Completely self-contained, and from the in-cab monitor you can either lift one belt up and down, you can do the speed differential between the rows, for example, if you wanted a slightly different row for some reason, or if you wanted to move the belt, the whole belt itself actually in, there's some U-shaped clamps on the back, and this whole belt could be moved in or out depending on what you want to do. In terms of the build quality and the functionality, very similar to the front mower. So the perfect cutter bar, again those 3 layers of protection, and also the bear claw conditioner, which did a fantastic job. As you can see, we're standing on mowing grass here, and there's not a blade that has been missed by that conditioner flicking it up and onto the belt. I'm a big fan of groupers. You're already in the paddock, the amount of additional diesel that you're going to use is nominal, and again you can do that rowing up process and keep that moisture in the grass. If the contractor's going to be a little bit late, again, the stuff on the bottom is just like you mowed it, and the stuff on the top might wilt a little bit, but again, you're trying to keep that perfect silage in that row, and it's nicely laid out for whatever machine is going to follow. Fantastic build quality, very impressed with the 7-layer paint process, which, as you can tell, after 2 seasons has performed very well in New Zealand conditions, and these are a very well built set of mowers, and impressed with the belt quality, the bear claw and the perfect cut cutter bar, giving it a nice even finish for us here for the balers. In terms of the top 5 reasons why you should consider a SaMASZ mower, first up, it's got to be the perfect cut cutter bar. That's for a number of reasons. We've got 3 layers of protection. We've got the wear plate, the main skid, and then the cutter bar. And if you do damage it, that's the other beauty of this machine, is that the module itself comes straight out the top. If you break a keyway, it's a $5 part. If you break the whole module, again, it's relatively cheap to replace. And in terms of timing, as long as the discs are 90 degrees to each other, you just slot it back in and you don't need to do additional timing, which is fantastic for those in-field repairs. Next up, we've got the 2-year warranty. So that's comprehensive over the mowers. Obviously doesn't include if you run over a water trough or the old rogue set of chain harrows in the paddock. But in terms of everything else, it covers it, which is another feature that is unique to the SaMASZ brand. Then we look at parts availability, pricing, and also then the actual affordability of the mowers themselves. That's another strong point of the SaMASZ brand. As you can see by looking around, the strength of these mowers is fantastic, which then also links into the paint quality. These mowers are 2 years old, have done thousands of hectares, and honestly, we can't fault the paint quality. That's due to their 7-step paint process, and it certainly works well. Check out the upcoming review in the autumn issue of the Farm Trader magazine and the videos online at farmtrader.co.nz, and keep an eye out on the socials.